doing, good people? This is the 8-Bit Animal. Okay, so 1987, a young game programmer named Hideo Kojima develops a game from Konami and releases it on the MSX computer. I'm sorry, 1987. This game proved to be so groundbreaking that even today it's referenced as one of the greatest video games of all time. Now, Konami decided that they would release this game on other consoles, most notably the Nintendo Entertainment System. Hideo Kojima had nothing to do with the NES port. And by and large, the NES version is maligned as being one of the worst versions of this game. But it's also much beloved among those who did not experience the MSX version originally. This game is Metal Gear. Now, Metal Gear follows the exploits of an operative named Solid Snake, who has been dropped into a fortified state in South Africa called Outer Heaven, with the express mission to destroy a bipedal walking tank called the Metal Gear. The Metal Gear is capable of launching a nuclear strike from anywhere around the world, henceforth making it an incredible threat. There are hostages to be rescued and a whole lot of different things that have become actually standard fare in the Metal Gear series over the years. Snake is initially dropped into this environment without any weapons, just a pack of cigarettes and a communicator, and he has to find what he needs to survive. This also became a staple in the series. Now, one of the things that bugs me about the NES version of Metal Gear is probably how ridiculous some of the demands that are made of you by this game, how ridiculous they are. There are instances where there is no seemingly feasible way for you to avoid any kind of contact with an enemy. Yet, you're supposed to avoid as much enemy contact as possible. Come on. Some of the traps in the areas can be a bit ridiculous, but you're given what you need at some point in the game. You have to find what you need, I should say. But unless you have maps laying around, it's incredibly difficult to know what you're supposed to be doing, because there's no really useful map system in the actual NES title. There's also the password screen, but people moan and complain about passwords all the time, so we're not gonna go there. Now, the Metal Gear series ended up being one of the most beloved series of all time, and the more you played the older games in the series, you could see how far they came. It's kind of like playing Grand Theft Auto and seeing its roots as a top-down action game and where they went when they went to 3D. But the Metal Gear series, for what it is, I mean, in this first game, even on the NES, it showed us how far this series could go, and it did. So, for all its flaws, this first Metal Gear game is actually a great gateway to what could be. This has been the 8-Bit Animal, and I will catch you beautiful people tomorrow.